Last time, you guys were talking things over with Sildar along the road. You discuss your next course of action to locate Gundren Rockseeker, but first needed to head to Phandelver to regroup. And arriving at the small town in the afternoon of a fine spring day, Sildar said he was going to seek lodgings and was going to look for his friend Iarno Albrecht the following day, and took his leave of you. But not before an exchange between him and Isabel took place. And heading to the general store near the edge of town yourselves, you met with Elmina Barthen, the proprietor of Barthen's Provisions. Traded Clark's head for some coin, as well as turned in the wagon load of supplies Gundren was having you deliver. Hearing a little bit about town from Elmina, you opted to head to the local inn yourselves, and on your way there, Isabel eyed some coin from a nearby shrine of Timora. But Zad had told her it would kind of be sacrilege to do so, and at least not a good sighting. And you opted to head toward the Stonehill Inn, where you met with curious looks all around, but none of them really untoward, just mostly hey, newcomers. And speaking with the bartender slash owner, Toblin Stonehill, Zadkiel bought rounds for the whole room, as well as Zad and Alva purchased a room for the evening for later use. But the rest of you thought maybe Callan might have a room at his cottage that he might have in town. But in here, you did gather a few rumors about town, including a local band of ruffians who apparently had killed someone just a 10-day ago in the streets. Uh, but word directed to see the townmaster about that. Fang received a secret from Pip, the owner's son, apparently, as he was amazed by the catfolk in his presence. And Callan got to know one of the local barmaids who mentioned she had a cousin around who was coming to visit soon. And also asking about Callan's property left to him by his great aunt, which was apparently where a local herbalist collected
Shh.
herbs frequently, no longer a cabin, just kind of a windmill standing there, but she was tending to the property as well. But afterwards, with some light still in the sky, headed to speak to this townmaster, mostly about these ruffians who had killed a local woodcutter, Thel Drendar. Drendrar. Uh, he seemed to be a little bit dismissive of the situation, and possibly a little frightened, though he wouldn't admit it. Stating a bigger threat was there was a band of bugbears east of here that were attacking wagons and such, led by a hobgoblin called the Red Devil, even offering a sum of 100 gold to deal with this threat. Not getting too much out of him, though. You figured a little bit of light left, you should inspect Cal's property just outside of town to the southwest. Finding the windmill intact, but the cabin next to it in shambles, just a few walls and a singular chimney left over from the remnants. And started your inspection. You heard a plea from help within. Found several mean and angry looking, kind of gnarly looking cats yowling around. And they also attacked you immediately upon your approaching them. And seemingly their bodies actually reacted to your magic in pretty incredible ways, as a couple of them exploded and produced several more of these cats to contend with, a whole swarm of them, if you will. Alva turned into a giant wolf during this battle, and the cats' lives were ended in the end, as the sun was about to set. And it would seem that you had made a friend with a rat who said it was a Jeffrey, uh, and was apparently missing the top of its skull, showing an exposed brain, and it could talk to you telepathically. And as you were kind of speaking to this rat psychically, a figure approached up on the hill, and you can see her now. I think I showed you the picture of her previously. As yeah. And Melancholia, you would know this is a Dabergwyn, another local herbalist, kind of like yourself, but less magical of sorts. And kind of
Oh,
looking over at you all as there's a giant wolf amongst you, and you're all just in the remnants of this once cabin or house, but it's just a few walls. No real floor in here. There is an entrance to the windmill right next to you guys as well. And this woman calls out, "Uh, everything okay over there? Lords, is that a wolf?"
I have a question
Yeah.
about wild shapes. Can I turn back anytime I want to, or do I have to use like an action for
Anytime you
that?
want. I mean, it takes an action to do so, or for you a bonus action to do so, but you can do it anytime before it
Oh,
ends.
okay.
Like you don't have to wait until the end. You can just like revert back.
Okay. So I think Alva would revert back to her other form.
Oh heavens! What are you doing over there?
We're looking at my property. Who are you?
Your property.
Hey?
I'm a
Well, it
Dapper
was.
Gwyn. I'm a caretaker.
Oh, good to meet you.
Who are
I'm
you?
Colin Stoutmine. I'm Elva's great nephew.
Oh, I didn't know that she gave the property away.
Oh, lass, unfortunately, she died. She won't be coming back, at least not in the same shape and form as before, if you get me
Oh,
meaning.
do you at least bring her bones with you to rest with her ancestors?
I didn't. That's going to be coming along shortly, I hope.
Ah,
Uh, until then, can you tell us about the wee cats that have been hanging around here? Because they tried eating us.
they just popped in about 2 days ago or so. And she's kind of eyeing all of you as she's kind of talking to Cal. Uh, looked like a nasty bunch, and well, best leave well enough alone. Uh, Still come out here for the herbs though. Good growing on the cairns.
Is, did you guys hear a beeping?
I did.
Okay.
Hmm.
Whew, thought I was having a stroke.
Beep.
Um, is there any room in the windmill for us? Doesn't look like too big of a place, but might be able to fit all of us.
It's a bit drafty, but I kept it pretty clean until at least a few days ago. I was staying at the local inn until cats showed up. Didn't seem none too friendly, so probably no furniture in there though.
All right, I think we just need to take a wee nap.
Mm.
What time of day is it?
The sun is just setting.
Oh, perfect. Do lads have any questions for our caretaker here?
I do have one question. How well does Melancholia know this woman?
You would actually probably know her pretty well. Because she's one of probably the only other like herbalist in town.
I'm not
So
a.
I would. Well, you do have like herb proficiency. Uh, so she would give you would know that she usually like makes tinctures and stuff for like tummy issues and what have you, just herbal remedies and the occasional potion if need be. But
Mhm.
yeah, you would know. You probably know that she takes care of like not abandoned places, but it's like those liminal spaces essentially,
Mhm.
like semi-abandoned people who are away from town. She usually takes care of spaces like that.
So yeah, the equivalent of like taking care of the mail while you're out of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's also a known herbalist.
Mm-hmm. Obviously a fairly trustworthy person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you mind
Thanks.
if do you have any papers? You're muted, Scotty.
Perfect. At least the camera's not recording me. Colin would take out the letter that he got of bequeathment. Here you go, love. This was presented to me by Gundren himself.
Oh. How is Gundren? I haven't seen him in about a 10-day.
Unfortunately, he's been taken by those fucking greenskins. We've been actually looking for him pretty hard. They say he's up at Cragmore Castle. We've had to stop in and...
What's that?
You don't know what that is either? Shite.
Seems like no one knows what the hell that castle is.
I'm starting to think this doesn't exist.
I'm in the same boat.
Where's it supposed to lay? Around town?
Say again.
Where's it supposed to lay? Around town?
No,
The castle.
I think we're supposed to be deep in the forest.
Oh. Well, shame to hear about Gundren. I always thought that he was the favorite nephew, but maybe not. You know who might know where a castle might be? As
Who's that?
old Codger comes around here occasionally. It says he's one of them druids. Name of Radoth, I think.
Radoth? Is he like a bit of a recluse? Does he just
Or
wander
she?
around in the woods?
She.
Her?
Yeah.
I mean, she. My bad.
No. Oh, I misspoke. Yeah. But she does come to town occasionally. Perhaps. I think last she was in, she said she was heading up to some ruins of a Tree of Thunders or Thunder Tree. Yeah. By the Neverwinter River, I think. North of here.
Oh,
I know
Connie.
Radoff.
Oh.
What was that, Ashley?
I don't get
Yes.
up there very often. How far north?
Well, I think it's about a few days travel. It used to be a road that went there, but well, ever since the Mount blew, I don't think anybody goes over there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet she'd know.
Nice.
Well-
We'll have a look, thanks.
We'll have a look at it. Fortunately, Albie knows her.
Oh,
Yes. I'm quite familiar with Radoff. She's like a mother to me.
well, that would make sense. You get the wolf bits and stuff, and no longer.
Yes.
Wolf bits.
So, will you be needing my expertise? I am paid through a month. If you need me to do any cleaning up and stuff, checking in.
It'd be wonderful if you could clean up the dead cats.
A little beyond my expertise, but I'll see what I can do.
Atta girl. Could you show us into the place?
You can see
I know there's not
the
much-
door's been kind of like
Oh.
scratched and broken open.
Oh. I guess so. We'll have a little bit of a draft, but we'll fix that at some point, yeah.
I did fix the
So-
windows not long ago, but those cats seem to break the door down. Strong ones.
Let's just hope it used the litter box outside, eh?
I'll come clean it up if you need.
Certainly, love. That'd be wonderful.
I think we're thinking of spending the night up here. Is anything we should be nervous about? Now that the cats are up here, was there anything that typically shows up in the evening?
No, other
Or
than
the-
the cats, that's a new thing here. No, you're pretty safe. You're close enough to town to be within yelling distance and far enough away that you don't get bothered by those ruffians in town or something.
Do you mean those red Red Brain?
Yeah, that's them.
Did you
Well,
hear what happened in town about the
yeah, old Thel. Dead.
stabbed?
Shame. He's a nice older fella.
Do you know anything about that or hear anything?
Apparently there was some misunderstanding about some purchase with his wife or something. I wasn't around. I was out in the hills collecting some herbs as I do.
Mm-hmm.
These red brands, do they have a place they frequent in town? A hideout? A
A
bar?
hideout. Yeah, they do frequent the uh they're all usually drunk by this hour at the Sleeping Giant. Gone a little downhill the last month or so since they've been buggering up the place.
Interesting.
Notably, I will say I'm not going to see that usually when you text in the chat window, but we'll say if you look around for Jeffrey, you don't see him.
No.
Mm.
I just wanted to play catch. Okay.
Yeah. As you kind of look around.
I'm gonna bring it up then, since I was trying to interact with him.
Yeah.
Y'all are talking about important stuff, and I'm like, anybody know where Jeffrey went?
He probably just ran away. He's a goddamn rat. What do you expect?
Rats
Thanks.
tend to linger around in the parts not really used.
He was a bit more than a rat. I'll give him that.
He was
Rats
a
don't
friend.
Friend, you're trusting way too quickly, mister.
Can I call? I'm gonna call for Jeffrey.
Yeah, you can call out Jeffrey.
Yeah. Jeffrey, you want a treat?
No response.
Yeah, he's definitely gone.
Well, I guess it was good meeting you all. I'll be by in the morning to check it out, clean up if need be. Getting late, don't want to be at the end before too dark.
Why is that? Sorry. Why is that? Are the red brands a problem? You all right to get home?
Oh no, just getting old. I should be
Fair enough.
fine. I mean, if I wouldn't say no to an escort.
Church
Just
boy?
staying at the inn.
Well, Elva and I were headed to the inn as well.
Yes, we'll escort you there, no problem.
Oh, lovely.
Good idea.
And if anyone would like to join us for a few drinks before you retire, I don't know if you can make the trip, but
It's probably like 7 or 8 at night at this point.
I'd be willing to give a bottle of black eye or two.
Just a drink, maybe the actual food that I said he was going to get.
Oh yeah, Fang, you gotta go get your food. And you wanna know what? I'm always in for a free round.
You're also up for shitting wherever you eat.
Listen, I don't judge you. You don't judge me. All right?
A little late for that, love. All right, let's move. Let's escort the young lady back to town and have us a wee pint.
Oh, you're too kind. Callan, was it?
My friends call me Cal or Callie.
And she'll do like a little curtsy. Usually call me Miss Gwyn, but you can call me Adabra.
Adabra it is. Adabra cadabra. Let's go get us a point. Make them disappear.
Well, it's a bit of magic.
Adabra, what were you saying about where we could find this Radoff?
He said he was last he came in town about a 10-day ago. Actually, it was probably about 10 days ago. Yeah, said he was going to check out some ruins called Thunder Tree.
Thunder
About
Tree.
the edge of the west edge of the woods. Before you get to the river.
Oh. Thank you.
Sad would say to Alba, he said, I would like to meet Radolf personally.
She's character for sure. Quiet usually, but knows where to find the good herbs. Actually, she was the one who told me about the care. So I'd say if you're looking for a castle, it might be your best bet. And she'll
Thank
be
you. I
like,
think that we should go to see her.
Sure. I mean, it's a few days travel, but yeah. And you guys
We can
like,
rest tonight.
be talking and walking back to town if you want. Take about like 30, actually probably not, probably about 20 minutes to get back to town. That's what, a mile. How fast do you walk on a mile?
20 minutes, I
20
think.
minutes? That sounds about right.
Mhm.
Over the hills, you can see at this point, as you're starting to walk back to town, torchlights kind of popping up inside houses and a little bit and kind of like the exterior of the businesses that are open, like the Townmaster's Hall probably has a torch burning outside, the Stonehill Inn, and then you would see as you kind of approach the Stonehill Inn, you would see another light burning down the kind of like main thoroughfare, where at like the edge of town you do see a decrepit-looking larger building, and of course the Shrine of Luck has a few candles set out as well. And yeah,
I apologize. You said they were further down the street from the
Yeah.
Stonehill Inn. There was
Yeah.
commotion going on.
You don't hear commotion, just like a lantern, like outside of a building. So essentially, like you would see a lantern outside of the Stonehill Inn, Townmaster's Hall, essentially like businesses that might be open. But as you kind of approach the Stonehill Inn, the Dabra kind of like stretches a little bit. The back isn't what it used to be. I do appreciate the escort. But I need to get to bed. It's a little late for myself.
It's no problem. And Dad will give her a little bow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Rest well.
She'll give you a nod.
Thank you for your help, Deborah.
Oh, of course. Anything you need. Need herbs, tinctures, and the like. Find me. You know what? I'll see you in the morning over at the place. I got something for you. A kind of welcome home treat.
Oh, that's very kind of you. We'll be sure to stop by.
They have a new gift, a gift basket for their new ones.
Just a little treat from Adabra.
Fair enough. Meow. So what do you say, lads and lasses? Where are we going to go? We going to go pound it at the Stonehill Inn, or you want to find that shithole?
Well, I think tomorrow night, after a good night rest, the shithole. I don't feel like getting into a fight.
Didn't you two want to get the Clark's head back at the cemetery?
Dang it! I was just gonna say that.
An apple
I turned
tree.
to Octavia.
This is the orchard.
I think it's
Or
time.
wherever it was.
I think it's time. I think you and I have some business to attend to.
Well, it's
Let them do grave robbing.
It's still pretty early.
Wait, what? Didn't you say it was like 7?
It's like 7 or 8, yeah.
But it's also spring, I think. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not too late. Dark, I should say.
It is dark. It's like early spring, so it is still. It's probably dark at this point, but it's not late. It's up to y'all.
That'll say. I think we've had enough excitement for today. How about we just have a few drinks? I think there's more important things we can attend to.
such as
Well, first
Yeah.
of all, I'd like to seek out Radolf. Second of all, it's obvious that the red brands are a problem in this town, and as a member of the Neverwinter Guard, Svenville and this greater Neverwinter area, I do have a duty to restore some semblance of order.
So did you say you were a member of the Neverwinter Guard, or you are a member?
I am. I misspoke. I'm sorry. I have a.
You are a member.
Yes.
Fuck. I mean, good for you. That's great. Yeah.
You have nothing to worry about.
Funny
Did
enough,
they give you a little
I'm
ring?
not-
or something?
I'm not on duty, but I see it would be important.
a bit ironic because I accepted the job
How
to
would
get
I
away
buy-
from Neverwinter from the guards.
But
Yeah,
enough
fine
of
bunch
that.
of
How
lads
would I
they
buy
are.
you all a drink?
Okay, I'll take a drink. But listen, I'm very worried about Callan's family member. Very, very worried. And I think we should really focus on just finding out where they are. And I turn to Melancholia and I wink and I go, don't worry. I got
Yeah, I was just gonna say I call bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
Dad
I'm
will say,
really
"Well, that's
worried.
the reason
What would you like me to roll? Because she's full of shit.
You can give me an insight check. I mean,
Inside.
and she can give me a deception.
Drum roll, please.
Wait.
Ooh.
Oh no, my thing isn't coming up. What's going on? Wait. Oh, it's because wait, let me reload it. Sorry.
You're good.
Time's going in complete slow-mo right
So
now.
you guys are talking about this outside of the Stonehill Inn, or you wanted to go in the Stonehill Inn. You would probably hear a couple of hoots and hollers come from down the way.
Ooh.
Yips or
Not gonna lie, that
whoops.
sounds pretty
Like
fun.
they're literally saying yippee.
No, like a woo!
No, I'm not interested then. No. What do you want me to roll for again?
Deception.
Deception. Eh.
Oh.
Yeah, she seems like she's pretty concerned.
I'm
Wow.
really concerned.
Well,
Listen,
that's
Cal,
why
I'm
I'd
just
like to go see Radol. She's our best lead on Cragmaw Castle.
yeah,
I
and
totally agree with you.
yeah, I'm just really concerned. And maybe I'll have a drink and then I think I just need to kind of like have some time to myself after, just to figure out what we need to do.
Stay the fuck away from the shrine, eh? Don't take the
I mean-
fucking gold coins. Don't get us lynched, eh?
I mean,
Hey, look, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm exhausted. I think I'm going to retire for the night. I plan on heading west tomorrow to find Radoth. Good night, everybody.
good night.
Mm,
Right.
somebody's giving the direction.
Well-
No, I'm concerned about them as well. Considering I'm assuming that I've played with them or enjoyed time with their home at some point. Of course, I'm worried of what happened, and it's not like they weren't a violent family. It just doesn't sound right. But can we could search their home tomorrow. The Burgermeister gave us permission to do this.
The
And after
woodworkers.
this, hmm?
The woodworkers' home.
No, the town person. The town,
But whose home are you talking about going into?
the home of the people
the-
that are missing.
Oh,
Yeah,
the woodworkers.
the murdered
home.
and yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I
But
think
we
if we like drink tonight and do it tomorrow, Melancholia, I agree.
Don't you suppose that Gundren
But
being
you got to get drunk and go get that head.
Yeah.
Gundren being, a relative Callan and our employer and potentially still alive, I think we should at least try to get more information on the Cragmaw Castle before we do anything.
I don't see them as mutually exclusive. We can as we're leaving town, we could just swing by the home to see what we can find.
That's fair. Okay.
I'm not saying that we have to go pursuing all of the leads,
That's
Are
but we do
we-
have a missing child and a mother.
Do not get me.
More righteous than our employer's life?
Yeah, it is actually. He's me fucking cousin. So, I don't give a flying fornication about the woodsman and his silly little wee one and his wife. I gotta find me cousin. You guys want to find the fucking whodunit who killed the woodsman by all means. But I'm going to find me cousin and his brothers who are also my cousins.
Have we asked? Have we asked about the castle in the bar yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
did.
did. You
Yeah.
asked the.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And then have
Goblin.
Yes,
we?
Goblin.
Sorry, I was busy trying to steal people's drinks.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, thank you.
That's right.
So yeah, how about we go in, we try and learn a little bit of something around here. We might hear something else about the family. Maybe as people their lips get a little looser, they might say something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, I really need to have some time to myself. Like, I really
No one's denied you that yet.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm not
I
sure
need
why
some
you
me time.
bring it up. Whatever you need to. Listen, I'm not gonna follow you anywhere or anything. Like you're
Sure.
being weird. I'm just gonna toss that out there.
He's not one of those intrusive harpers. He's just a fucking guard. Oh, not just a guard. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
I'm wondering what ritual you're doing.
Ritual.
She needs time alone? By herself for herself?
I'm going to shut up now.
I whisper to Melancholia. I'm like, listen, I got the greatest plan anybody has ever thought or heard of when it comes to this head. Let me tell you. But after a couple drinks, I'll let you know.
And
So we just
I
get
look at
Daniel.
her, and then just what's that psionic look? Psionic telepathic ability, say, sure.
Great. I mean, yeah, let's go drink. Woo!
All right.
Bang, you gotta go get your fucking real rare pork chop in there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I'll go in, I guess.
Yes, you.
Yeah, I'll follow in after. Yeah.
As you head back into the inn this time, it is a little more boisterous inside, as it seems pretty full in there. The barmaid who Cal was talking to earlier seems to be kind of making her rounds. You would notice that there are several. You would actually even see the town master in here. Plenty of what look to be farmers and miners or prospectors around. As well as some other kind of local individuals. And this time when you walk in, not too much, like a couple of people kind of look in your general direction. But because it is busier, not everyone is like, oh, let's look at these strangers. And some of them have kind of like seen you about town as well. But as you do enter the Townmaster Harbin Wester. Oh, good of you to join us, new adventurers of the town, yes?
Yeah. What's it to you?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to buy a drink for the newcomers. If you
Oh,
don't mind.
Oh, yes, of
Goodbye.
course.
Some of
Of
the
course, thank you very much.
local flavors. Cider is one of the best exports in town.
Yeah, I'll take 3. Thank you. Thank you very
no,
much.
just the first.
Um,
For you and yours, of course. Now, if you want me to buy you more drinks, perhaps promise to go take care of that problem we have with bugbears out east. Dreadful.
you know what? I
Definitely.
do like down payments. So, if you bring on 2 more, maybe we'll take care of that for you, eh?
Give me a persuasion check.
Are you trading 3 drinks for attacking bugbears?
No. I'm gonna want more.
I'm gonna
That's
punch you
that's
in the
down
face.
payment.
Down payment.
It's just the
No,
down
I-
payment, but
Yeah,
Oh!
with a natural 20.
2 of them.
Oh, well, I suppose that is a fair trade.
Yeah.
Drink
Sorry,
tonight and
I
go
meant
take care of the
to-
problem tomorrow. I understand it.
Yeah. Sorry, I just misspoke a bit. I meant 3 drinks for each of my friends.
Oh yes, look,
Thank you.
everyone,
Thank you.
we have some heroes here that will go take care of the bugbear menace to the east. And crowd's like, oh, okay, yeah. Bartender,
Alva's gonna be so pissed when she figures out you volunteered us for
get
this.
me a round, please, as
For
soon
3
as
fucking
possible.
drinks.
Yeah.
Dude, down payments, my dudes. I got
No,
this.
you don't understand. You've been out snookered. You have told him down payments, and he has told the town we're doing it.
Wanker! You're a wanker!
Maybe the other townspeople will just adore us so much. We'll need some donations towards
Fuck
the
me
cause.
bollocks. Alan just kind of skates away from her like he doesn't even know who she is and kind of saddles up to the bar by himself.
Yeah. So I'm no.
Stop clapping. Good for you, laugh. Good for you. You go for it.
Then
Zad will leave the drinks where they stand. He's not going to take them. And he's going to go join Callan. And he'll say, Callie, if you don't mind me calling you that,
No, not at all. That trick boy.
I'm heading west with you tomorrow.
Oh boy, I hear you. I say we do the time-honored tradition of shunning that idiot.
I'm not much of a shun, but whatever your time-honored tradition is, I would gladly observe.
Isabel turns to Melancholia and says, "It's all going to plan. Just wait. Wait, you know what? Screw it. I'll tell you now. We're gonna get all
What's
these
the
people.
plan?
We're gonna get all these people riled up. We're gonna drink our ciders. We're gonna go. We're gonna get the bugbear head. We're gonna come back the next morning with the bugbear head and say we absolved the problem."
he did say there was a hobgoblin leading them.
Yeah.
There's
Listen,
a group.
they might
We
not
only
even know the
have-
difference.
They
they
will
might
know
not
the
even-
difference. And this is a town that we need their trust. You're doing a short-term con on a long-term problem. All you're going to do is destroy it. We'll have to leave town and never come back.
How when
The townmaster comes up to Isabel with a couple of trays full of drinks. Where did your friends go?
Yeah,
Sir,
so
Oh,
And-
yes. Melancholia, was it?
yes. But I think you spoke a little too soon because all you've done is conversed with one of our party in this agreement. Her
Oh.
price was 3 drinks for each of us, but I believe that all of us will have our own individual private agreement in addition to
Well, I
The
just
general
assumed
reward?
that the person who spoke to me was your leader.
No, she is not our leader. We're actually a anarchist cohorted collective.
A what?
Isabel
Good.
starts to
I will not have
Hey,
anarchists in
the
our
bar.
town.
Danish communists.
We are anarchists, and we
What?
participate in low-class revolutionary activities wherever we go.
Who?
Low-class revolutionary activities.
What are you speaking of?
We just do random vandalism.
Not in my town.
Well, thank you for the drinks, and we will not.
Well, no drinks if you're going to vandalize property.
Of course, if you let us say that Allow us to have the drinks. Everything will be fine. And peace will reign. And we'll be in
I'm
a good
really
mood.
misunderstanding this whole situation here. You promised to go take care of the threat, and now you're saying you're going to low-class vandalize the town?
It's an either or kind of proposition.
So you are going to take care of the threat out east for us?
I imagine we will in our due time. But we're a disorganized crew, and it takes a while for our direction to go in a certain direction. And I think we're concerned about a family member at the moment.
A family? What? What this is all...
I know.
There's going to be a very disappointed town here.
You're the one who announced to the town much quicker than you should have.
But you agreed.
Oh, that is your misunderstanding of the agreement.
Oh,
Fang just hears this and he just points at Isabella. Said she agreed. We did not.
Isabel's at the door trying to get Melancholy's attention.
he's still
Like-
standing next to you guys, like
Oh my god.
near the entrance. Yeah.
Have you ever been to a brothel?
What? No, I would never stoop so low. I am a
I
reputable
know.
banker from Neverwinter. Would never go
Yes.
to a...
But you are a
House.
banker and you understand by conversation and innuendo what takes place in those establishments.
I understand agreements.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't have an organized group, you made an agreement with one individual within a group.
It seems
Not
like
our
you
leader.
were organized. Maybe I mistook you for real adventurers.
Allow us to gel a bit. We just became a collective.
He starts handing out drinks to people at the table nearby. And
Giving the drinks that we were supposed to give to
I'm
us.
so sorry. They're actually not going to go take care of the problem yet. And the kind of
That's
person
fair.
sitting there just kind of shrugs. Okay. Cool, free drink.
I get drink.
Isabel
looks
looks
to
at the
Isabel
crowd.
for sure.
Isabel looks at the people he gave the drinks to and says, "You're welcome for the free drinks." Melancholia looks.
And at which point, Melancholia mumbles with herself with her tautological, and her eyes begin to glow, and the earth begins to shake. And she says, "Thank you all. Good night. I am departing." And
As
she
like the
departs out
music
the
kind of
door.
stops for a moment as everyone watches you exit.
Oh, sorry, was that me? I had a wee bit of gas.
You hear a couple of laughs from nearby as well.
Zad grabs a cider and just downs it as fast as he can.
We have to pay for one now.
Yeah, he'll put a gold on the table for some pints for him and Callum.
Fair enough. As
Ah.
you two are kind of like witnessing this situation, getting some drinks and turning around, you do see a kind of human, kind of little, not super drunk, but a little buzzed, obviously. Maybe like 30 something, male. Oh, man, marauders have been attacking the trade caravans for weeks now over at Triborough Trail. You guys are gonna take care of it? Fucking awesome, man.
Hey, what?
Town Master's been trying to get people to take care of it for at least a week, maybe more.
We have other pressing matters first, but we'll add it to our list.
What? Pressing? Well, the Marauders, Red Devil or something is what they were calling it.
Yep, know all about it. We'll take care of it, just in due time, sir.
Oh, well,
Here.
okay, well, you guys have a good night. And kind of raises
too,
this like
sir.
half-empty mug. Oh, Tobin, give me another one. And you see Tobin behind the bar. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Lantern, you've had enough. Pours him like a water. Hands it over. You're the best.
Fangs,
And walks off.
Fangs joins Callan and Zad at the bar. That fighter we got is a bit dumb, if you ask me.
Young. For sure.
You're
Inexperienced,
muted,
perhaps.
Scotty.
You did.
I had a burp. So, did you say young or dumb? I couldn't hear you.
Dumb.
Dumb, gotcha. Sorry, it's loud in here. With all that
Yeah.
rumbling and then the music, you know.
Yeah.
I said she's young. Perhaps she's inexperienced. She's damn good with her sword, though. But
Wee bit of a fucking thief too. She ain't very good at it.
it's reckless, if you ask me. But, you know.
Ah, listen. There's a difference between stealing and stealing. She's not good at either.
Mhm.
Just saying. Gotta keep an eye on that one. She's not a proper thief.
She's just gonna get in trouble by herself.
She's gonna get us proper fucked. Fine, get your food already.
And as you say, get your food already, you can see Toblin, because seeing Fang approach, you would see him kind of disappear as you guys are talking behind a door, and comes out with a platter of freshly butchered lamb chop and a couple of like steaks. Ah, Catboy, we got you your meat that you requested.
And you, sir?
Okay, wait. I have a general question.
Yeah, shoot.
If we order food from the restaurant, like let's say Fang ordered meat and like didn't eat it all, could he bring the meat with him?
Yeah, there's no like, no, you like they're not gonna like bag it up for you, but sure, I don't know.
No, I just like I was
Bag?
wondering, like, does food expire? Like things like that.
Yeah, food
because
definitely does
if-
expire, especially
Yeah,
'cause
raw,
I'm just-
raw food. Yeah.
I'm just like
Yeah.
not trying to get you to do anything in particular. I'm just like, okay, if there's food that Fang likes and we come across it,
I got you.
it might be an idea. Yeah, okay, cool.
And it's just a platter of butchered meat.
Yeah.
That good for you?
It's perfect.
Always aim to please here at the Stonehill Inn. That's kind of what we're known for in town. Of course, not many other places to go anyways.
Yeah.
I heard quite the
Slowly-
ruckus down the street.
Oh yeah, that's probably over at the Sleeping Giant. Not so sleepy nowadays, but hey, you don't want
What's
to go
that?
down there unless you're like looking for well, they don't carry the cider, I'll say that. So if you're looking for cider, you gotta get it here. They got some swill down there. I don't know what Grist is selling these days, but you know, I think those ruffians kind of hang out around there, so it gets loud and boisterous. No real music, it's just yelling and darts and stuff.
Fair enough.
Hey, Melancholia, want to go to that bar?
They're going clubbing.
They would not appreciate it if I went to this bar. But before we did, I would have to change my clothes.
Didn't Melancholia leave?
Melancholia
Yeah.
did leave.
But did Melancholia leave with me, or
I assumed that Isabel would follow her out.
yeah, I followed Melancholia.
That's what it sounds
Um,
like.
Yeah, I just started to leave while everything started to unravel. Do we want to go get that bugbear head?
Yeah, but first I want to get out of this freaking chainmail. So we can
Okay,
do a
yeah.
little- I think
Okay, you go do that. Do you want me to come with you? I can wait. Like,
I'm just gonna run home real quick. Give me 10 minutes.
cool.
Enough time, Stephen.
love
It
it.
takes 10 minutes to take off the armor.
Okay, give me 20 minutes.
So you're running
Fine.
to your sister's farm.
Mm-hmm. And and putting on dark, normal cloth clothing.
All right. As you arrive, Isabel, what are you doing in the meantime? Just hanging outside the Stonehill Inn?
I'm looking towards the Shrine of Luck, but I am not going to do anything. What I actually do is I reflect on kind of what I did earlier, and I feel bad about even thinking about the idea of stealing from there. So I'm actually going to offer a coin to the Shrine of Luck.
What coin are you putting a whole
I'm gonna
gold
put-
there?
Yeah, I'm going to put a 1 gold piece.
All right.
So I'm going to have 14 left.
As you put the coin down, you would hear a door open from nearby. Oh. Oh, thank you. Hope you have good luck this evening. And you would see from a nearby, smaller house, an elven woman, kind of looks a little under the weather at the moment. I think I got a handout for her. Yeah. But clearly, even though she does look a little like scuffed up and dirty, looks like she got a bruise on her cheek. Beautiful flowing blonde hair, kind of like in a bluish sort of outfit, dress / leathers over it. Looks out to you and just says that as you see that lady kind of poking her head around the corner at you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I just thought who needs, everybody needs a little luck. Huh.
Don't we all? I'll make sure to shine it in the morning.
Shine that?
Yeah, you want your luck to shine through, right?
Oh, so that's how it works. No, sorry, I'm not really used to that kind of stuff.
It's okay. Not even the red brands mess with those coins. They know better.
All right.
So your coins are coin safe there, and it will give you luck for a
Yeah.
while usually.
Thanks. Yeah. Again, I'm not used to this.
Mhm.
Do you need anything?
Oh no, I just got home earlier today.
Oh.
So I was just taking it easy for the day. So I haven't
Huh.
come out to shine today, but looks
What were
like
you-
everything's intact.
What were you doing? Sorry.
Just a bit of
the name's-
traveling, nothing serious.
Sorry to pry. My name's Isabel.
Oh, I'm
Just
Sister
here with
Garel.
some friends. Yeah. So you usually take care of all this? This is your thing?
Yeah,
your
I attend
bag?
to the Shrine of Luck here in town. Try and bring all the villagers good tidings.
Well, so everything's safe here. Nobody ever takes from here.
No,
Huh.
that would probably bring you some bad luck for a long time.
Again, sorry, I'm just not used to this. Where I'm from, people usually would take advantage of something like this, but it's nice to see. It's nice to
Phandelver's
see.
a nice place. Been here for a while. People seem to treat each other pretty well, mostly.
Cool. Weird question. Random question. I know you don't even know me. Is
Yeah.
there some sort of castle? Do you know of any sort of castle around here? Some castles?
Only castle I know of is Castle Never up in Neverwinter. Probably the closest one, at least. What do you mean?
Okay, out of
Unless you're
RP,
talking
guys,
about the manor across the way.
Guys, what was the name of the castle? I completely forgot.
Cragmore.
Cragmore.
Pardon me?
Pragma.
Kragmar? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Huh. Okay, well, you ever heard of a castle named like Castle Kragmar? Like, does that ring a bell?
No? Should it?
No, forget about it. Thanks for tending to the shrine.
No,
It helps
that's
bring
my
hope
pleasure.
to people.
I hope it brings you lots of luck in your, kind of looks you up. Future endeavors. Kind of like, you obviously have a very big sword on your back and are wearing armor,
Yeah.
so.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna need it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't we all?
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry. I feel like I'm keeping you while I'm actually
I
I'm
was
meeting
I
up with
was
a
just
friend.
getting dressed for bed, but
Okay.
no worries.
All right. Okay. I put another gold piece because I feel bad.
No. It's like you don't need to do I mean, okay. Well, you have a good night.
Thank you. I go back to the bar, like towards in front of the bar, waiting for
I got you.
Melancholia. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mel heading back to your home, you would see uh lanterns lit on the inside and a little small porch candle. Where you do see your sister, and her son. Your sister Colleen, and her son. Do. He's got a name. It's a good one too. Carp. You would know him. He's like 7. And Colleen kind of sees you approach. Melly? Is that you? You're muted right now, Octavia.
I had a coffee fit. Yeah, we got in. You know how I went off to do that security job for those mining goods? Well, we got in today.
Well, you've been gone for a while.
Well,
How's it going?
you know, mixed lot. When you do security, you're gotta kill. People are gonna attack you. I mean, there's a reason why they want you for security.
You do see Carp kind of playing sword with a little stick in hand as you're kind of like talking about it. He's like, yeah. And he'll kind of look over. You kill any bad guys?
And then she uses her mage hand to pick up like a little stick and starts
Like dueling
going
with
cut
the mage hand?
with him.
Okay. I'm like, oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
Devil
we ran
hand.
into some goblins.
And you would see Carp just kind of stop as he gets kind of whacked in the shoulder with your mage hand stick, as it's kind of just fencing him. He kind of stops and like looks. Goblins? Looks a little really excited.
And she uses her like minor illusion to give it an illusion of a little goblin there, at least the head.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of look like this. And then we found this really big bugbear. But shh. I don't think people know there's a bugbear out there.
What does it look like? And Colleen just kind of shakes her head. Can you show me the bugbear?
And I transform the illusion into a bugbear's head.
Mama, I've seen those. I've seen one, 2.
You've seen these?
2 of them. Yeah. They were well, I don't want to get him in trouble, but me and Pip, we were playing, and well, I threw my sword, my stick, into the woods a little bit, and well, it's just like the woods are just over there by the field, and well, I went to go get it, and I heard some like rustling. I was like, oh man, what's that? And there were some of those the red cloak guys that hang out at the not nice guys, right, Mom? Yeah, Carp. They're not nice. They're two of them. And they were like they were doing something. I don't know what, but they were walking right, walking in the woods. And I was being real sneaky. I promise, Mom. I was being real sneaky. And then there was like a cave, and there were two of those big scary guys, furry, and they yeah I think it's a secret lair.
Where was a cave in the woods?
And the woods right over there. Kind of
And
points
which
like
direction
across
is it
the
pointing?
he would point towards the manor. Like around like these woods.
So there's a cave door.
Well, I don't know about a
To
door.
the
There was
middle?
a cave though.
There's like a cave entrance.
Yeah. And the big furry guys went in there.
Excuse me.
And I
No.
I wasn't seeing it all. And then I saw a couple of goblins, but they looked weird. They had like glowy hands, and they snuck in after him. But I ran home after that. After they did the glowy hand thing, that was way crazy. I told Mama, and Mama's like, "Yep," and that's why Carp isn't allowed to go in the woods anymore, because you know.
It's not safe, Carp.
I know. I'm real quiet. I'm gonna be an adventurer just like you. Later when you're
adventurer-
older.
Because you can die in my profession.
Oh, not you.
No, even me.
Uh-uh.
I know you can't believe I die, but we die.
And he just kind of looks to his mom, just like, it could happen, but Melly here is real safe.
Mm-hmm. And that's because I spent a lot of time being safe. Because I saw some very scary, even scarier things than goblins or bugbears. And I don't want you to see that. So listen to your mom. And until these red brands leave town, stay close to home.
And
People are disappearing.
Colleen will let out a little bit of a sigh. I don't think they're leaving town. They've been here for, well, shortly after you left. It's... They don't come hassle me much, but, you know, just give them some crops every now and then. They tend to leave me alone. Carp's always very polite around them. Yeah, very polite. So we stay out of trouble.
That's good because I heard that the Hendersons down the road, Mr.
Dendrars.
Henderson.
Dendrars.
I know.
Yeah. It's I
This-
hate saying that name though, because it's Drendra. Dendrar.
Mr. Dendrar got into an argument with these red brands and died.
Yeah.
Like they murdered him.
And Colleen, let's it. Yeah, so we've been pretty safe around them, especially since that happened. Don't want anything like that happening to me or mine.
No, and I hear to tell that Mrs. Dendrar and their child, you know, and I look at Carp saying, you know who? I hear they're missing.
Yeah, Mama said they probably moved away, though. I don't know.
I would
They're too
too.
old for me to play with and too big, though. That's why I hang
Yeah,
out with Pip more.
true. But I think you're right. It's dangerous, and they've already had one fight. It can't go well from here. Well, I got to get going. I have
But you just
friends.
came.
And the life of a adventurer
Oh, you should
never
invite
ends.
him over for supper. I mean, a little late now, but maybe tomorrow.
We'll do it. It's a date. Is it going to be happen tomorrow or the next few days? But before this is over, we'll have dinner here. You'll meet all of them. And she runs in and takes off her chainmail and puts on a cloak
Okay.
that's kind of large for her. Because when she walks out, she's going to transform a shape changer into the old woman herbalist.
So you can't change size. That's the only downside.
I thought I could change size from medium to small. I thought that there was ability.
I don't think that you can change size, unfortunately.
I thought you
I mean,
could.
I can double check.
Yeah.
A gesture.
Also, just
height
height
and weight
and weight.
for medium and small. Okay, fair enough. And Carp's like, wow. Adabra? When's she coming? No, that's just your aunt's funny way of doing stuff.
Like I said,
why are you looking like Adabra?
life is dangerous, and I'm safe.
And Kalina's
That's
like,
the
Carp,
way
it's
that I
time.
can
It's
be safe.
time for you to get to bed, Carp. Anyways, well, it was great seeing you, Melly. You can stay if you want. I don't know what you're doing in town, looking like that, but okay.
I might need it. I haven't bought a room for the night, so I might be here later. If you hear some rapping at the door, please let me in.
Yeah, definitely got to lock them nowadays, but yeah.
You know our code.
She kind of gives you a nod and starts to kind of nudge Carp inside as you exit out into the night. Heading back to the Stonehill Inn.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, is anyone inside the Stonehill Inn doing anything besides just having a few drinks before going to bed?
I would like to try to pump the local citizenry for any info regarding. I don't know if Prospector Raskin is in the building, and if so, if he knows where my cousins are.
Give me a persuasion check. Just asking around about Don John Raskin.
Can I help him ask around?
Sure.
So what's
You-
that
you
at
can
advantage?
You can either have advantage or you can roll separately.
You want to roll separately?
Sure.
All right, you roll. I'll roll. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Ooh. No. Only a couple people know the name Don John Raskin, but those who do are like, yeah, I heard he was doing some dig somewhere, dwarven thing. I don't know much else other than that.
Alright.
Kind old guy though, likes to make up a lot of stories, so who knows what's true.
yes.
But after asking around, that is what you find out about Don John Raskin.
At this point, Zad would say his good nights and head upstairs to his room. Is Alva still awake?
Yes.
So he would gently knock on the door before he came in, and he would walk in awkwardly and he would knock. And I guess I should close the door.
Yes, please.
He closes the door, and he goes and he sits on the side of his bed. It's like, I'm really impressed.
By what?
I didn't know that you had that kind of power.
Oh, the whole wolf thing?
Wolf, I didn't know that. Well, I knew that you were going out into the woods to do the druid thing.
The druid thing.
Druid things.
Man, I just remember you as that kind of awkward Tiefling girl at the orphanage.
Yeah. Well, we both grew up.
Yeah.
That's a sister statement.
Get friend zoned.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I'm not going back to the temple.
What? Why not?
There's something in my heart that's calling out in the wilds, like in the heart of the woods. Whenever I had leave, I spent my time in out of the city and in the woods. And Samar, we usually have a spirit guardian that kind of guides us, and I've never had, but I've always felt this pull in my heart towards the green and the verdant, the light.
Oh, well, are you allowed to just leave the guard?
Probably not.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take care of what needs to be taken care of in Phandelver and move on from there. But first, I'm going to find done.
Maybe take it one thing at a time.
A lot.
Mhm.
It's really nice to be working with you.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.
I'm gonna retire for you. And then Zad gets in the bed, leaves all of his like chainmail.
I was just about to ask, are you going to
And then,
sleep with all of them?
Gets as far
Like-
into the wall as he possibly can and turns towards the wall. Sleeps
All right.
Finds himself to sleep.
And at that point, that'll probably be a good spot for us to take a little 5-10 minute break.
Okay.
And we'll come back if Fang or Callan wants to do anything before they go to bed. I know Isabel and Mel have some shenanigans that we'll see what happens with that. Cal and Fang finish their drinks and food there. Heading to the windmill. Is there anything you two would like to do on your way to the windmill?
So Fang, seems like this church boy seems like a nice lad, but you know, he's a fucking peeler. He's a cop. I know you might have taken a mission or two from these lads, but I think this is something we have to watch.
I haven't. You know the reason why I accepted this job, apart from just being able to explore the world?
No, I don't.
I probably would have been in jail in Neverwinter for all the trouble I was getting myself into.
I knew I
and
liked you.
And now I'm traveling with one of their guards?
Listen here.
Isn't that ironic?
I'm a proper second story man. I'm no highway robber. I'm not a murderer. But you know, I got into a wee bit of trouble, and that's why I'm out here too. I feel safe telling you, not only these fucking guards are after me, but the Harpers are taking a good hard stare at me.
The Harpers,
Do you know-
who the hell are those?
They're like the elite of the elite. They're kind of the captain of goody two shoes. They're trying to fix everything, and they think they're going to
not
fix
good.
me. No, it's not. I think you and I would be sharing the same cell,
Maybe.
and I'll bet you a bollocks to a barn dart, Church Boy would turn us in.
Say that again.
Barn to bollocks?
A bollocks to a barn dart.
Barn dart.
I don't know. Maybe.
Barn dart.
Testicles for-
Bollocks to a barn dart.
testicles
It's a
for a
friend.
barn door?
Yeah, it's a saying. Meg
Maybe
probably knows it.
would.
Bollocks to
It's a
a
new one
barn
on me.
dart?
I bet you a bollocks to a barn dart. Barn dart.
Barn dart. A dart of a barn.
Barn dart. That's correct.
Gourd.
Is that like a lawn
Bet you-
dart?
But yes,
Okay.
but it's for a barn.
Sure.
And it's so I think
Get
we
your
better
life.
we're going to have to watch this lad pretty closely.
Wait, but we're talking about that, but also that fighter, like Isabel, she probably would, if there's a bounty on any of us or anyone, she probably would just sell us out.
I agree, but she's a couple of Cheerios short of a box. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't think she's going to figure this one out.
I hope not. I sure hope not.
And if she did, she'd fuck it up anyways. She'd turn herself in. She's out there probably right now looking for that stupid fucking rotting head.
I mean, do we even know why the hell she took that job?
No, I don't think none of us do.
Is she wanted herself? It could be.
She didn't take the job.
I don't know. I know she's got a little thing for Sildar. Maybe we should give Sildar, brace him, figure out what he's all about. Maybe he could tell us what the fucking nut job's on.
Do you trust Sildar? Do you know him?
I Gundren and him are fucking, mates. I'd have a chat with him, but I wouldn't say I know him. But I bet you we could strike up a conversation if, the boob isn't in the room. Find out about, whether or not he's got some connection with her. We'll straighten her right the fuck out.
Yeah.
So that's our mission. Watch Church Boy and watch the idiot.
All right. That's good for me.
All right, yeah, then.
All right.
Do you use a kitty litter?
Are you seriously asking that question?
No.
Are you seriously asking that question, Kellen?
Before we would go down for the night, I'm going to set my alarm spell on the door.
Okay. Yeah, because it's you could probably prop the door up. It's been kind of like busted down a little bit. It's clean in here. It's 3 stories. The windmill does actually function, so you might hear it like the gears kind of cranking if a breeze blows by. But you can always kind of also turn it off too, to like if you don't want it to. But you can easily set up a sleeping area somewhere in here. It's not the biggest space, but it is. I mean, it's still a windmill. But that center column is definitely taken up. But yeah, you two can get some rest, and we'll hop over to Mel coming back into town as looking like Adabra, seeing Isabel outside of the Stonehill Inn, kind of lingering about. Isabel, as you're kind of lingering by the Stonehill Inn, still a little bit of noise coming from the interior of the space, and you would hear some noise from down the way. It seems to be the other tavern. You would see Adabra start walking up.
Yeah, she's walking up. And in her voice, you hear her say, My child, please come here.
What do you want? Who are you?
You escorted her to the Stonehill Inn earlier.
You don't
Oh,
remember,
right.
Megan?
Oh,
The
I'm just like, I recognize his name, but I'm like,
Hmm.
Mhm.
Names are hard.
it's like
Names are hard.
like a mid-40s black woman, human.
Right. Okay. No, I remember what she looks like. I just don't remember her name. I'm weird. I kind of like eye up, but then I go a little bit closer and I'm like, yeah.
And I take your hand and say, tonight, we're going to need good luck. And I cast guidance upon you.
So that does only last for a minute.
I know. I didn't know that, but that's cool.
You can always cast it again.
And then I say, it's me, Melancholia.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
And I look deeply in your eyes. And through the psionic brain thing, I go, boo.
It's like, okay, it is you. But Isabel, now that she knows it's you, she goes, listen, I met somebody at the Shrine of Luck. You don't need to ask me what I went there for. Totally fine. Did nothing. Um, I asked about the castle, and that's another person that doesn't know about it. I'm starting to like, do you think we were led astray?
No, I hail from these parts. Actually, been living in this, in what in my opinion is a shit town. Nobody leaves this town. And they're telling us that this castle is in the deep in the forest. Nobody goes deep in the forest because it's too dangerous.
There's goblins.
And yeah, I also heard something strange while not with you. I stopped in when I was changing my clothes. My nephew told me that he saw bugbears and odd-looking goblins underneath the manor. So something's afoot at the Circle K, Ted. So
I'm
something's
starting.
going on in this town.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that there's a bit more to this place than I thought.
Mhm. And
Listen,
these red bones only appeared after I left. So I don't know anything about those lovely animals.
listen, I'm all for getting the bugbear head. You know me, I think we can get away with it. We can get it, and I was thinking maybe we could go to another inn here or something and try and sell the bugbear head, tell them to dig it or bury it. We go, we unbury it, we just keep selling it to everybody. Bob's your uncle. We'll make a killing. But I'm wondering if we should go to that other bar. Starting to, it sounds a little rough, but I think I'll fit in. And maybe they'll know something about something. Because
Mhm.
I kind of fucked up tonight. If I'm between you and me, I think I kind of fucked up in that bar tonight.
What? That thing with the town mayor guy?
Yeah, forget about it. Let's just go to this other bar.
That was his mistake. But also he kind of tricked you at the same moment. Politicians and bankers, give them a little bit of a hint of a promise. If it's in their advantage, they'll take a mile.
I guess you're right.
So,
Well-
yeah, you did walk in front of a tiger with raw meat on you, but the tiger should not have bitten you.
I do like my cider though.
But
Anywho, I think
that's,
maybe we should try and go to that bar.
I don't think so. I think you're making another mistake. It's only two of us, and they've already killed a man.
You might be right.
I think what we can do is take the head and fuck with them.
You know what? I like you more and more every day. All right, let's head to the wherever it is, the apple tree, where they buried it, and get the head, and let's fuck around.
Okay.
Cool.
But take my hand and guide me. Because I'm an old, frail woman.
Isabel just kind of looks at her and goes,
It's
"You're really playing the
for
part."
It's you must always play the part. They will
Isabel
notice.
Isabel grabs her hand, kind of softly, leads her back to the Barthen's provision, to the
No, we're
apple tree.
actually yeah. So they're
Though there is an orchard nearby. It's Ettermath Orchard at the northwest side of town that you would
Okay,
know
so
about.
okay. So you just tell me where to go, and I'll.
so I'm leading you from behind.
Yeah,
Like,
Yep.
go left.
pushing her hand directions.
I started going to Barthen's Provisions, and you just started like pushing me the other way because I have no idea.
So you kind of going across the town green there on this kind of hill,
Mhm.
and on the other side you can see a nice arrangement of apple and pear trees. I think they wouldn't be blossoming yet, but almost. Uh, but yeah, and you would see a large farmhouse kind of at the edge of it. What are you two doing?
And so my plan is, if we don't know if she's buried the head this evening or not, but we can walk around the orchard, and I'm trying to show you where to find good herbs in the orchard. And it looks totally normal. And while we're searching for those herbs, if we can find some displaced earth, that's going to tell us where the head is.
I'm down for that. That's you really play the part. You really play the part. Do you have any background in, you know, do you steal? Like, do we, yay, like maybe we could, arrange something after all this.
I only do it for shenanigans, snorts, and giggles. I don't do it for profit.
All right, we'll talk about that later. But,
If,
all right,
but if you want to do it in which I grab attention and you pickpocket, that's something else. For future.
this can be arranged.
All right, so you guys are
This
just
might come in handy.
nonchalantly walking about the orchard.
Hoping nobody notices two people doing that.
I mean, it's
Go
kind
ahead.
of on the darker side. You would see a light on inside of the house here. I mean, are you trying to be sneaky, or are you just trying to?
No, we're not trying to really be. We're trying to hide in plain sight
I gotcha. So you're trying to just like take a walk around
through the orchard.
We're learning. I'm learning about herbs.
Yeah.
All I'm doing.
Give me a survival check. You both can give me a survival check, looking out for any fresh dug areas. Yeah, both you guys rolling a 20. Spending
Nice.
about
Oh,
10,
that's
15
great.
minutes, you would notice probably one of the older trees a little bit closer to the house. You would see a loose mound. Well, not loose, but you would see a mound of dirt that is kind of like raised a little bit, looks freshly dug and reburied or whatever.
Now this has got to be. Look at this. Tree, dirt, moved dirt. This has got to be it.
Hmm.
I start to use my hands. I don't have a shovel, so I start using my hands to try and like dig it up.
No, you don't have to do that.
Wait, what? What?
You don't have to get your hands filthy this way.
What?
Aren't you civilized? And
It's not
she
even that
mumbles,
dirty. I show my hand.
So you
and
like
she
dirt
mumbles
under the
to
fingernails.
herself and uses her mold earth incantation to lift up the dirt to the side.
And so the dirt just gets kind of moved over, and you can see probably like a 2 foot hole, maybe like 1 foot around, uh, in the ground where you do see Clark's head covered in dirt.
And
She really did it.
it's something to my family. It's just how we live through magic. I'm sorry for being so snooty with you back
No,
there.
no, it's I'm just not used to that kind of stuff.
Uh,
They aren't that bad, are they? I push my hands at Melancholia. I
like,
show her.
I don't know. Can I withdraw with mold dirt? Withdraw mold dirt from underneath her fingernails?
I would say no. You would need a prestidigitation for that.
I was thinking,
Yeah. But
That was very sweet of you.
as you guys are talking, you would hear kind of a screen door shut. A voice call out, "Hi, who's out there?"
Shit.
and I'm assuming that's the farmer. So Melancholia would know the farmer's name.
Yeah,
And
Darren.
in
Or
Darren.
old man Edermath is what he's usually called.
And so old man Edermath and the voice of the old lady, she says, "Oh, sorry for disturbing you. I'm just showing this woman from out of town your orchard."
And you would see
Oh, fine.
older, looks to be drow or half drow, kind of like silverish kind of dark silver skin, with very white gray hair kind of pulled back in a ponytail, kind of like shaved sides. Looks like he's got a little bit of a goatee, beard thing going on, using a walking stick, coming out to greet you all. Give me a deception check, Mel.
Okay.
Give you advantage on it.
All right. There we go.
All right, with a 22.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry, Miss Gwyn. I didn't see.
Yes. No worries. We were just trying to be
Who's the little
just
lady?
rather quiet and mundane. Who is she? She's Isabella. She's from out of town.
Ah, and he'll kind of
She's
like
one of those little-
slowly approach and kind of pull out his hand. Edemeth, Dan Edemeth.
Isabel kind of just like crosses her arms and goes, "Nice to meet you."
Oh, oh, all right.
Yeah, we were. I was trying to show her different ways of finding different grubs or different herbs, and that's what we've been up to
Well,
out here. I
you
hope you
should
don't
know I
mind.
try to keep a clean orchard around. I know it's
Yeah.
been. Yeah, there's a couple of shrubs over there I haven't gotten rid of yet. If you feel free to pick them. I usually daytime's a little easier with your eyesight. I know you don't have the vision I've got.
And she leans forward and says, "You got me. Shh, be quiet, but ever heard of the phrase going snipe hunting?"
Give me a persuasion check.
Found it.
All right, with a 13. Yeah. And then he kind of like looks around, sees the hole. Uh, Elmina said that she was burying the head there or something. She said, Mel's in town. Uh, Told her to bury it here. I said fine.
That's not me. Go ahead.
Uh, what? You know there's no snipes. I know that's not a snipe. Kind of points to the hole.
That's yeah, that's my joke. You don't understand. That's my.
Are you feeling all right, Elmina?
I am, but I'm just enjoying the evening, and she started this one. Come over here, and I lead him off to the side
And he'll walk off to the
and
side
say,
with him.
"Isabella, stay here. Don't get dirty." I met her, Isabella, up by the windmills,
Oh,
and
right,
she
right,
started
yeah.
talking about her desire to be in herbalism,
Isabella goes
but
for the head.
Okay.
but in a way
Isabella
that was
goes for the
really
head.
rude.
Give me a sleight of hand.
What?
Isabella's going to grab the head from out of the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, with the 18, yeah.
boy.
He doesn't seem to notice. Yeah,
So
yeah,
she
yeah.
was.
You talk about those cats up there. Did you get rid of them yet?
They did.
Oh, yeah, I saw the big sword on it. Kind of
Yeah.
look at this point, kind of looks over at you as you kind of hiding the head.
Oh, my tummy hurts.
Oh, have an apple.
Oh no, my oh
Don't eat the apples off the ground.
I did just that. Oh oh no, I gotta go. I
Do
gotta
you
go. My
see why
tummy.
I was playing this cruel
Oh
trick? Well, she's a bit daft.
oh,
Is
I'm
she all
like
right?
crunched over. I'm crunched over. Oh God, it's getting worse. Oh, listen, I think I'm
Well,
gonna need some help.
I got an
Yeah, I
outhouse
gotta go.
around the side if you
No,
need.
no, 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 no. I'm good. I think I just need to. I think I just need to go lay down. I'm gonna go. Um. Uh. Thank you. Uh. Thanks for this awesome farm,
What I mean, I guess it's what I do for a living. You're welcome.
Isabella. Starts motions like, let's go.
I
I think I'll need some help helping being laid down.
Do you want to come in for some cider, Almina?
No, 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 no. I think that'll make my stomach even more upset.
No,
I
not
I
you.
I
You go get some rest.
Okay,
no,
bye.
no, I would love to have some cider, and your private reserve is legendary.
Well, I always
But
save some for you.
not this evening. This girl looks she's daft, and I think she's gonna have explosive diarrhea second.
Well, you
So I
should
better
probably
get her home.
fix her up one of your concoctions. They always work for me.
They do. I'll make it extra sweet for her.
Give me an insight check, Mel.
Insight?
Yeah, insight check.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you will come back tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
like we agreed.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well,
Till then.
Oh.
yeah, just doesn't seem right.
Oh.
And I mumble to myself and use the same thing to make the sound of her innards gurgling even louder.
Okay. Oh.
So there's
well,
actual noise that's the illusion of the gurgles.
kind of looks up at the trees and like, all right, well, you take care, Mina.
You too. Sleep well tonight.
Oh, I definitely will now that I've seen you this evening.
Mm.
I
till
think we
till
miss him.
tomorrow. I know. I'm tempted to give him a kiss,
And
but I'm like, I'm not.
he does it a little loosely, like his cheeks kind of darken a little bit.
Oh
as he
my
says
goodness.
that. And people are allowed to have romances in town. Jeez.
I love this. Oh my god.
So the
I just
insight
said
was
it.
to see whether or not you picked up earlier that he was definitely has a thing for Miss Elmina Gwyn. But he kind of like just tries to play it cool, old man cool, and like goes and picks an apple off a tree and shines it up and tides you over for the morning.
As always, you're too sweet for me.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
It's the apples. And he'll head up back to his porch.
As for this fool, I might stay this evening, but until tomorrow.
Oh.
You see him like not know what to do with that information.
What have I done?
Now I know the boundaries of the relationship.
Yep.
Oh no.
And he just kind of
She's gonna have a
stammers a
hard
little
time
bit
this morning.
and quickly walks back towards his porch.
And as he leaves, I'm like, so what are we going to do with? Okay. Now the hard part. What we're
Didn't have
going
to-
to do
You didn't have to
is
tell him I had explosive diarrhea. I just wanna.
you're it got us out of it. And you got to live with a little embarrassment if you're going to do it con.
Fine. Anyway, you're right.
I mean, a comedian humiliates themselves for a joke.
Exactly.
A salesman humiliates themselves to sell a car.
What's a
cart.
car?
What's a car?
Cart. I
cart.
mispronounced
You
it.
got it. You followed it up.
Cart.
But my thought is, we could go to those Red Bland bar and do something with the head to scare them.
I like the sound of that. Isabella says, trying to imitate Callan.
But let's not do it tonight because we've already been spotted. So
Fair
we'll
enough.
dig a little hole. We're going to
You're smart.
cover this hole and leave a hex or something and hide it somewhere else. And in a couple of days,
Hey,
we'll
well
play
that sounds like a lot of work, Isabella. Isabel takes the head, gives it to you, and goes, "I'm out of here."
Okay. And I use my mage hand to carry the head.
Isabel's actually she's an asshole, but she does feel bad about earlier, so she actually goes back to the she'll go back to the Shrine of Luck, and she'll actually try and sleep near there.
Okay.
Yep.
And yeah. Melancholia finds a place for the head and buries it.
And around the same area, or are you gonna go back home and
No,
bury it
no,
on your
no.
own?
She's on her. She walks back Elderly Farm
Okay.
in that direction. and let's say behind the walls by the farm,
Sure.
that's where she buries and places the head.
I gotcha. Easy enough to do.
Mm-hmm. And then she kind of then does her secret code to get into the house.
Special knock, and
Mm-hmm.
your sister will come unlock the door, and always different whenever you show up differently. Hi, come on in. And kind of looks around, shuts the door and locks it again.
You know, I'm just up to my typical mischief.
Yeah, yeah. And you can tell that she's, if anyone else were around, they would know that she's been dealing with this for years. Uh, but you can easily go to your old room, and everyone gets a good night's sleep unless there's anything else anyone would like to do. Uh, Probably first to wake up would be Isabella. The sound of like people walking around, and that same woman from before, Sister Grail, would be uh, out there. She wouldn't disturb you unless you were like leaning up against the shrine itself.
I'm leaning up against the
Yeah,
shrine.
so she probably would just disturb you then. Like,
Yeah.
ma'am, oh, it's you.
Oh, sorry.
Be careful, you might knock over the stones.
Sorry. Didn't didn't know what I was thinking. Do I need to put another coin? Do you want?
I mean, donations are always welcome.
Okay. Isabel gives another gold coin.
Okay. And she just kind of like shakes her head and looks at you funny and goes about her business of essentially cleaning the stones and the coins that are laid out.
So you do this every day.
Yeah. Well, when I'm here.
Just
Everyone needs a little
where
luck.
I'm where like I said, where I'm from, this like something like this isn't here. From just like all this gold in one place, like at the orphanage. It was
It can't be more than 10.
right. Listen, it was. Thanks for letting me stay here. And I get up and I'm gonna make my way towards the windmill.
Okay. Uh, and then probably next to wake up probably would be Cal and Fang, who are probably woken up by some light humming by Dabra being there in the morning doing some light cleaning, and yeah, you would hear her humming outside as she's getting rid of some cat bodies.
Morning, lad. Let's go. Open Adam.
Already?
Early bird gets the point. Go on, let's move out. Let's go down to the Stonehill Inn with the rest of the idiots.
All right, let's go.
As you
Good move out.
start to head out, Dabra would stop you, and like you can see her basket kind of set off to one of these walls. She would kind of like, "Oh, morning. I did get make a little something for you last night. If you don't mind." And she kind of hands Callan a vial of reddish liquid. Just a little something to say welcome home.
What's this, love?
That's a
I mean, I
little-
like a good Pinot, but
Oh, that's the little potion. If you ever feel bad, just take a little sip. Well,
Thank you, love.
you should down the whole thing to be safe, though.
appreciate it. I'll toss her a gold piece as a tip.
Oh, you know, I do occasionally make these for a living. If you're ever interested, just let me know.
Well, then we needed a few. What would the cost be?
Usually about 50 gold a bottle.
But how much for the special price for a stout wine? Like me?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck.
With my experience with stout mines, I should be charging you 60.
Fair enough, Uff. Sorry.
What about someone from very, very far away?
What do you mean?
I'm
And
not
she's just
from
kind of
around
like
these
eyeing
parts.
you. Well, obviously.
I'm from across the sea. So would you make a price for a far traveler?
It might be poisonous for your kind. I don't know. Never messed with cat folk before. Essentially because Callan rolled a natural 1 on his persuasion. There's no chance of lowering this price. Ever.
Yeah. I mean, okay, well. Shall we go, Cal?
Don't have much of a choice now. Let's go get a proper breakfast. Nice, probably screwdriver, and we'll meet the lads.
All right, let's go.
And Mel heading over to the inn first thing, or are you having breakfast
Welcome.
with? Are you having breakfast with your sister? It's up to you. She would offer some oatmeal and an apple probably.
You is the oatmeal hot or cold today?
Uh, if you get it soon enough, it'll still be hot. What do you mean?
I with this group of people, it's so this group that I'm with this time, they're just disorganized. I just don't have time for
Oh,
cooling it off. So I'll have to get something at the end. Thanks
okay.
though.
Yeah, they do a good breakfast there. You know you're
Mm-hmm.
always welcome, sis.
I know, and I give her a really strong hug.
And she'll return the hug, and as you kind of like in the middle of this hug, you would see Carp kind of squeezing your leg.
And I reach down, and when I touch Carp, I give him vigilant blessing.
Okay. He's alert.
And I kind of like say, "Hey, you today been really safe playing, okay?"
Always safe. Not in the woods anymore. But yeah, just in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little of the hills.
Okay.
After a
Careful of
big
runaway
breakfast,
Carp.
right, Mom? Yeah, a big
Mhm.
breakfast for a big growing boy.
I look forward to the day that we're adventuring together.
And he just kind of smiles at that and like with his spoon kind of makes sword fighting motions. Uh, but heading over to the Stonehill Inn, the Alva and Zad would wake up in the morning. As you two head down to breakfast or what the common room essentially, you would see Sildar down there kind of eating a heartier breakfast of bacon and some sort of porridge and eggs, and there's some meat of some sort, probably mutton.
Zag would go and take a seat next to Sildar,
Oh,
and he would say, "Glad to see you looking a bit healthier, friend."
thanks to you guys. Yeah, just trying to get some breakfast in, then gonna go see the town master about my companion.
We have a lead on Cragmock, yes. We
Oh,
have to go talk. We have to go speak with a name
Right off.
Radolf.
what's a raid-off?
She's a druid. At Thunder Tree.
Oh, Thunder Tree. It's a ways away.
I know. The long way they have Thunder.
I think Gundren's a Thunder Tree?
No, he's at Cragmock Castle. But Raylon may know
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Cragmock.
And at this point, probably the rest of the troop would start filling into the. Well, Isabel, you would probably run into Cal and Fang on your way to the windmill, and they would be like, "Hey, we're going to get breakfast at the inn." So at this point, probably the rest of you guys would fill into the inn as well, seeing Zad and Alva having breakfast with Sildar.
Isabel's gonna go up behind Sildar and take a piece of his breakfast. Just like if there's like a sausage, she's just gonna pick it up and eat it.
It seems like he pretends not to notice or care, like he's
Yeah.
used to this kind of behavior.
Like with hand and all, I'm
Yeah.
walking by, I pick it and I walk off. I don't even say good morning.
He'll kind of give a glance and yeah, Thunder Tree's I think it's like 2.5, maybe 3 days away.
Cal nudges Fang, points over at Isabel that she grabbed a piece of meat off. Is up. Yeah, see?
Well.
Wankers. I would sit down at the table. Come on, folks. Breakfast's on me.
Well, breakfast came with the room, but
We didn't get a room.
and Tolan would be like, yeah, it's 5 coppers for a breakfast.
Math is hard on me brain. So there's a few of us. Throw him a gold priest. Just like, bring the change back if you can.
I'll see what I can find.
All right.
And he'll like, I'll get stuff cooking and be back.
So, Sildar, what's up with you and the idiot?
No, the what?
The girl with the big sword. Seems like you two are awfully friendly.
Oh, Isabel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Known her for some time. Why?
Like known her or known her?
I've known her. The first.
Just curious. I didn't know, she grabbed something off your plate. Thought you guys might be friendly. You could tell us a little bit about her. We don't know much about her.
A little young for me.
No accounting for taste and daddy issues. You know how it is. But do you know her at all?
I would say I like to think I do, at least.
What's her story? Do you know? She seems to take a giant shite wherever she is.
You should have seen her last night.
What do you mean?
It's just a joke.
And he kind of look over to Alva,
Good
and
one.
then
I love that.
And then he'll kind of from across however you are, across from a few feet away or whatever. Actually, he kind of looks like he thinks about saying something to Isabel, and then I'll ask her later. Yeah, she's a bit rough around the edges. Never got the real training that I did.
Skilled with her sword.
Where do you think she learned that from?
Yet she's reckless.
And a teeth.
She just needs a little fine tuning's all. Just needs the direction. I tried to give it to her, and well, old habits with some folks are hard to die.
Understood.
Isabel's trying to look in the kitchen because she's very hungry but doesn't want to say. She's completely oblivious.
You would see that swinging door going in and out of the kitchen for sure. As
Yeah.
Toblin goes in and out and starts bringing food for everyone, and he'll give 5 silver back to Cal.
I I get my plate and I walk by Sildar and I drop a sausage on his plate. And then I go up to the bar to eat alone.
As you drop the sausage off, you're like, sounds like you might owe a little more than that, Isabel.
Looks like she doesn't like your sausage, Sildar.
Sildar.
Oh, come on, have a laugh, boy.
I think of her more as a niece or don't want to say daughter. I would never have children of my own, but
Say never.
well, with my age, it gets blurry. With my age, I haven't made time for romance, but you know, maybe it's not too late
Isabel's eating like a pig at the
at
bar.
the bar.
Yep, at the bar. Again, completely oblivious.
But I mean, I guess you might as well tell me, what did she do?
She devil. Do you have something you want to say, Alva?
What did who do? Sorry, I'm
Isabel.
distracted. I'm very hungry.
What that our little friend at the bar did last night.
Is Mol is Mol Molacol fuck is Mel
Melancholia.
Melancholia.
is Mel in the bar?
Yeah.
So
She probably
you're
walking in at
muted
this
now.
point.
Muted.
Yeah. You are muted.
Yeah, she's walking in and she's wearing her chainmail. Just so you know.
Fair enough.
So Mel, did you two have a fine night last night, walking in the moonlight?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, that's why I asked. Yes, I would.
Yeah, a woman never tells her secrets.
Jesus, fucking running with a bunch of wankers. Come
We're the
on,
wankers.
come on and have a seat.
We're not running around like mad little men.
Who are you calling little?
Pot calling the kettle black, that's all. And I'm not always little.
Fuck are you calling a kettle?
Alan, it's an expression.
Oh, fuck. Sorry about that. Go on, have a fucking bite to eat.
So let's say like more like a cauldron.
We're
Taking the-
really crusty old cauldron.
Oh, so you're both taking the piss. How fucking quaint. Let's fucking eat and get it over with. Let's go find me cousin. Does anyone know where Nundrin and Tharden are? That would be Gundren's brothers. My cousins?
Your
Sildar would say
cousin-
they should be at the site. Unless
What site?
they're in town.
What do you mean, the site?
Wherever Gundren's secret location is.
So it's a secret. We'll find out when we find Gundren. Gotcha.
Yeah, he had the map.
So we go eat, we go west, find
So somebody has the map?
Yeah, Gundren had a map to this Wave Echo cave place.
Yeah, but somebody has Gundren.
Right.
Meaning somebody else would have the. It's possible somebody took the map from him.
That is true. I don't know. Maybe someone has some monetary gain in this.
Gundren thought it was monetary enough to investigate.
Hmm.
But last night, a very small, adorable little birdie told me a secret. The birdie said that he'd seen bugbears in their area.
Oh.
Not down the road, but like in the in the town region.
So close
It's
enough.
not good.
I understand we have Gundren to go find, but the town's not safe. So I tell you, Solinar, so you're aware.
Bugbears
we're
in
gone.
town?
That's what the birdie says.
I gotta go commission a sword then.
Just to be, keep your guard up.
Isabel kind of finishes her plate, just leaves it on the bar, and comes over and starts picking at Sildar's plate. I mean, like, okay, what are we doing?
There's a new revelation. Bugbears have been spotted in town. My thoughts are perhaps we can get more information about the crag moth. Bugbears. A Harvard could guess the full.
I mean, yesterday you all saw when I think it was Tolton's son came up and told me, and what I told you guys, he told me about some weird stuff that his friend saw. That he was weird goblins. Could have been the bugbears. Some kind of tunnel.
Did that check
What
out?
was the
No.
child that told you this?
I
It
don't
was-
know. I
it
think
was
he said
Pip.
his name was Pip.
Yep.
Toblin's son.
Then my birdie was playing around with another birdie. This is real.
Well, to some degree,
I know where my birdie gave me a definition, general idea of where we can find a cave entrance underneath the manor. And in that area, they said that they saw the bugbears.
All right, but are we sure these bugbears are going to be associated with the ones that got Gundren? Or are you saying we go in there, peel their skin off, get them to talk? Maybe we find out, and the worst that happens is we peeled a couple of bugbears.
I'm more afraid for what the bugbears will do to the town, but the red brands seem to be strong enough to defeat bugbears.
I mean, it took all of us to defeat one. I can't imagine if there's two of them.
Yeah, it seems very dangerous to just go waltzing in.
But there's kids involved.
There's a
I
whole
think that that is a great thing for the town mayor to ask of the red brand to take care of.
no.
That's
you can't
my
trust it.
suggestion.
Did he even control them?
No. There's
They
no
seem
He
to do
said
whatever
he
the hell
was
they want.
taking down.
suspicious of the Reverends as an organization in general. Goblinoid
So-
communities are usually pretty tight knit and small.
Look, we
Look,
gotta decide what we do, though. We can't just sit around and argue all day.
Right. Well, this is something we can act on now.
Listen, if we want the red brand to take care of the bugbears, why don't we go talk to them? I don't trust them, but
I don't trust anybody here. My thought is if we tell the town mayor and suggest the town mayor ask the red brands to take care of it, we'll expose the town mayor for being faithful or not, in control or not. And that will help us make plans.
How does that get us closer to Gundren? I don't care what that fat fucker does in that fucking building over there. We gotta
I don't
go get
either.
me, lad.
And that's what I think we're doing. But on the way out of the town, we can set the mayor against the bugbears. And if the bugbears are strong, they'll thin out the red brands. And when we return, they'll be less powerful.
I said it once. I said it a million times. You're a devious fucker.
My family is a very scary family.
Agreed. So is that what we're doing? We're gonna go sick the fucking mayor on the bugbears? Yay or nay?
I mean, there's just gonna take us 5 minutes at most, and then we do what? We go out west, find out a druid or whatever it was.
Raid off at the
Right off.
under tree.
That's north. It's a little bit west. It's the west side of the woods.
North.
I can show you a map. Under tree isn't too far away from Neverwinter.
Oh yeah.
Where? Oh wow.
That's
So it's close to 50 miles away. So it's about 2-ish days travel.
Well,
Sure.
wherever the money's is. I mean, wherever. I'm just so worried about my family, Callan. Whatever gets us closer. Let's do it.
I already did a bullshit check yesterday. Can I do another one today? Or is that like
I'll
that
let you do
theme
another one
is
with,
out?
I'll let you do another one with disadvantage. And I'm gonna give
Oh
I'm gonna give
no!
her you just straight roll.
Insight?
Yeah. And a straight roll of the or deception. Gotta beat a 9. Or from Isabel.
Oh wait. Okay, what am I rolling? Sorry, I'm
The
rolling
deception.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. Yeah,
And
she's telling the truth.
well, haven't you had a nice change of heart, love?
Listen, sometimes I just see people just in need, and I just want to help.
So upon further review, I've looked at the map, and it's a good 2 days travel. I say we go kill a bugbear, peel the skin off the other one, and see if they're involved in Gundren's abduction. The worst case scenario, we killed a couple of bugbears.
It's true and it's actionable for today.
All right. Well, I mean, we can either just barge in their lair, or we can do it silently and try to talk to them. Maybe.
I mean, we can try to talk to them.
I'm not sure they're very rational.
Yeah.
No, but it's someone speaks their language. Maybe it's gonna help. I don't know.
Don't
I
you
haven't
speak
really
their
dealt
language?
with.
Bugbears
Um,
speak Goblin, do they?
Mhm.
I believe they
Yeah.
do.
Okay. I know.
I haven't
Yeah.
really. I
Bang and
haven't
I can
really
speak
dealt with
Goblin.
hobgoblins much, so I don't know about their psychology as much as I do goblins and orcs.
Bugbears and hobgoblins would both be in that goblin family.
Yeah, but Fang only dealt with actual goblins in
Gotcha.
in the jungles.
Listen, they're basically the same thing. Let's just go.
Sildar
We
will
can try.
say, well,
Cheers. Don't underestimate them.
it sounds like you all have a plan. I need to find my friend. Should be a wizard around here, and heck, he probably even knows where your Cragmaw Castle is. They tend
Correct,
to,
right?
they tend to know a lot about things.
It does. Would be useful.
They are no. And he'll kind of like take a swig of his morning mead, and I'm gonna go see the town master. I'll mention this bugbear bit to him, but I heard he's already got people well, already got a bounty out for some bugbears out east, I think. Maybe these are the same bugbears, who knows? But
It's Stay out of trouble.
So we go after those 2 bugbears in town. That's the plan.
Remember, one of them we need to take alive. At least one.
How are we going to contain it?
Oh,
I don't know.
Got any ropes?
scared of death, just like anything else.
I think
don't
Zod could conk the boy on the head.
It's true.
They're huge. How will we carry it?
We don't have to carry it. You can do it right there. You ever seen someone's toes cut off? They don't have to carry them very far.
Can't
Oh,
you turn
yeah.
into something like a ox?
Maybe you could turn into a cow. Oh, yeah, you could turn into
Yeah.
an ox.
Yeah.
Remind me again the advantage of going to fight these bugbears. What are we hoping to obtain from them?
Information.
What information?
Pressing them
That they're
Or-
associated with the goblins that took Gundren.
the Cragmaw.
Potentially like
Perhaps
Grandma's
they
castle
the location
location.
of Cragmaw Castle, and then we can pursue Gundren before it's unfortunately too late.
And what's stopping us from going to the bar? Like the other rowdy bar?
Common sense.
I don't know if they're a bunch of troublemakers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just exploratory. But they just seem like a bunch of troublemakers, and if they just happen to be there, maybe
So
they
you're
know
gonna start a
something.
riot in the middle of town?
That gets us nowhere near or closer to Gundren. You're just picking a fight to pick a fight.
I am
Alright,
worried about the mom
no!
and kid. I am worried about the mom and kid. I have a soft spot for that.
Well, bugbears could also be a good reason why mom and kid disappear.
Very true.
All right. Fang just stands up. Well, we probably should get going so that we don't argue all day.
Yeah.
Off to the bugbears. Right? I guess we'll make our way there.
So,
Let's move out.
and Sildar will kind of head out with you guys, heading to the Town Master's Hall. Where are you guys headed?
Mel?
Turns to Mel. Where did your little birdie tell you that we saw the bugbears?
Yeah, I can. Do you see up there on the other side of town that manor?
Yeah.
I think it's on the right side of that hill.
You would see a bit of woods on the southern side of the hill.
And that would be the right that I'm speaking of.
Yeah, as you're looking eastward. Yeah, as you're looking
Okay,
east.
well.
Yeah.
In the forest we go, I suppose.
Yep, there we go.
And I assume that Fang and I would take point.
So
Well,
heading
we found
across
the
the
front,
Alderley farm, you would see a halfling boy playing in the field there, as well as a halfling woman, who both kind of watch you guys just walk across that field. And Mel, that's your sister and your nephew. But they just kind of stop and watch, and you would see the kid who's like playing sword with a stick, just like just watch in awe of like, oh man, I want to do that when I grow up. As you head towards these woods, and yeah, as you head over, who is helming the search for a cave?
Fang's gonna be in front, trying to look for any footprints or anything of maybe goblins or even hobgoblins.
Yeah, give me a survival check. All right, with the 17. You would note for sure some larger footprints of presumably close to the bugbear size, as well as human footprints, or human-sized footprints. And then you would see less so some smaller barefooted goblin footprints.
Well, I guess when we're on track, there's footprints everywhere that matches goblins and what appears to be bugbears.
Well, let's carefully follow the tracks. See if we can find the entrance.
All right.
Cal would be on the lookout for traps because he remembers the last time we tried to pursue goblins.
Yeah, give me a perception check. All right, with a 15, as you are wandering around, following these tracks a little bit, I would say, Fang, you would note that these goblin tracks do seem a little more erratic than the rest. They're not like going like straight in one direction. They seem to be like kind of meandering about, almost like in a stalking pattern is what you would recognize. But the bugbear footprints, larger humanoid footprints, and the human footprints appear to be pretty direct, one direction. And yeah, eventually, Cal, you'd be the first to see a bunch of branches kind of covering this southern cliff, just kind of pressed up against there, like a very poorly hidden something underneath it. Like tree branches that have been just like snapped and broken, and none of them have been like properly cut, or it's just like branches just pressed up against the wall there, essentially.
I would warn everybody, put my hand up, and I would like to inspect it closer.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. All right, with the 20. Yeah, you can just easily just take these branches off. You just pull them down. They're a little weighty, but they can easily be, you can pull branches. And behind it, you can clearly see a cave entrance going in, probably about 10, 15 feet wide at the beginning, and kind of gets a little narrower to be about like 7, 8 feet wide.
Well, I guess we found our
But no
entrance.
traps.
There are no tracks, you said?
No traps.
No traps.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You would see the footprints kind of start to fade as it gets a little more harried and all the footprints kind of do coincide at this point, but it kind of gets muddied here. Not actual mud, but you know what I mean. Scuffed. Well traveled.
What do you say? Do we go in?
Stealthily. Hopefully, none of us make any noise.
Well, I think a couple of them are going to jingle and jangle.
Yeah.
Mel's got,
No.
yeah, I think it's going to be us leading, and then hopefully.
All right, let's do that.
I'll be right behind.
All right, so Fang's gonna
So-
go very silently in.
I'm
So
going to
how
go in
far,
stealth.
How far behind is everyone going in?
I'm going to be right behind the two in the front, or towards the leaders.
So are you also going in stealth-like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how far behind Alva is everyone else?
That's good. 30.
Zad's what? You are kind of quiet, Dan.
Oh, Zad's about, I'd say, 20 feet behind.
Okay.
I'm sticking close to Zad.
Okay. Leaving Mel picking up the rear.
Yeah, she's picking up the rear, probably 10 feet behind.
All right.
Is this like, is there enough sunlight that we can see as we go, or is it as we proceed in, it's going to get dark? Because I think one of us doesn't have. Yeah.
As you kind of
Me.
enter into it, about it does appear to get a little dark. There's a probably 20, 30, I will say 40-foot stretch where it is pretty dark, but beyond that you do see a low light. As you start to enter into this cave, that outside light starts to fade, and you know that darkness starts to overtake, and your senses like get used to it a little bit. And just as they do, you can see about 40 feet in a little bit of faint flicker of some low torchlight.
Let's keep going.
So
Yep.
Right.
I will say, front three, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
That,
All right. All right. Sneaking in here, you can see this tunnel opens up into a much larger cave. You can kind of feel a cold breeze softly sighing, kind of hear that as well in this actual large natural cavern, carrying the faint scent of decaying flesh. You do see in this large cave a crevasse with kind of sloped walls dividing this cavern, and it's kind of flanked by two rough-hewn stone columns supporting a 20-foot tall ceiling. Across this crevasse, you do see two arched wooden bridges, and you can actually make out pretty easily several exits from this larger natural cavern. Let me see if I can bring you guys to a map here in 2 seconds. Gonna be kind of hard for some of you guys, but we'll make it work. Essentially, I'm gonna keep Isabel, Zad, and Mel off the map for a second. I'll bring you guys to that map. Can't I do it? As the pathway kind of narrows. I don't know who's entering first.
no, I think Fang was in front.
All right.
Well, I'm in the rear.
No, Al was behind.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
But yeah, and you would see kind of at the north side of this large cave a worked kind of stone floor, less natural. And you would see some walls on either side of this cave to have been worked stone. What are we doing?
Firstly, I would like to cast my mage armor
Fair enough.
and push forward. Fine, push up.
All right, so Fang's just move up, slowly move up, turn around the corner.
And you would see a stairway heading down. There is light in here. You would see low torches kind of barely burning throughout this place. And yeah, that stench of death is just filling your nostrils in here.
Can we determine where that stench is coming from?
Give me a perception check. Eight. It's everywhere. It's like there's that like kind of cool breeze that's not necessarily coming from behind you, just kind of emanating around this room.
Fang's gonna try to pinpoint it himself. With
All right. Fang kind of sniffing around. It's coming from the crevasse to the right of you.
it's there's something rotting in that little crevasse right there.
Can I take a look-see into the crevasse? See
Yeah,
it.
as you look down, you do see about 20 feet down, two small bodies, mangled and broken. And say in the
Cool.
darkness down there, it's kind of hard to make out because the light doesn't reach down there very well.
Alan, what do you see?
A couple of bodies down there. They look pretty messed up.
Bodies.
I've got a rope. Maybe we could lower you down into it. Maybe you could take a look at the body, see if there's anything. See if, God forbid, it's me cousin or the wee lad in the mum.
Sure.
So
Let's do that.
as that enters,
You want to do it, Alva, or you want me to go down?
I can go down. It's fine.
All right.
That as he enters with the smell of death would automatically do its fine sense.
No, I mean bad. You get a bad sense, but it's not like. It's just like the
Not
area isn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Not necessarily desecrated, but it's close to there.
Okay. So it would be bad juju.
So pulling out some rope.
I
What do
have
you
so
got?
I lied. I don't have rope. It says I silk rope. Is that the same?
That's even better.
Oh, okay.
That's 50 feet of silk rope. But as you're kind of talking this over, Cal, in your head, you would hear. What is it doing in here? It is not red. Other colors.
Did anyone else hear that?
You're
Or is it
what?
just-
You're not
Hear
touching the
what?
rope?
Fuck me.
Are you hearing voices?
I am hearing
Again?
voices. What do you mean a cat? Oh, I guess it was. Yeah. I'm not crazy. I don't think.
And Cal, I need you to give me a deception check.
Mm.
And then you would hear another voice. What is it not telling us? Why is it not telling us?
Yeah. Why are you not attaching the rope?
So I'm
Yeah, are
listening
we
to the-
doing this or what?
There's a voice in my head. Something about being red, and I'm avoid talking to it.
Red.
Was there something in the food at the inn?
I don't think I ate any of those kinds of mushrooms. I think there's something talking to me in here.
How much did you have to drink last night?
We didn't. I think Tessie didn't have much.
All right, if you don't want to heed my fucking warnings, go ahead, tie the rope around her. Let's put her in the crevasse.
And Alva, I need a deception check. Alva, you would hear in your head. Why didn't their parents love them?
Oh shit, guys. I don't think Callan's crazy. I just heard something too.
What did you hear?
I heard, why didn't their parents love them?
Okay. So
As
those are
usual.
kids' body down there? I think we need to go in further and try to find out what the hell is going on in this cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, are you gonna go down, or like what are we doing now? Are we letting these
Yeah.
voices control us?
Yeah, I
Well,
can still go down.
no, I don't think it's safe for you to go down there. I was saying go down further down in the cave, go deeper down. Do you really want to get close to the bodies?
They're dead, right?
Right, but we don't know if the thing that killed it's still down there, I guess.
Exactly.
So wait, we can't
Okay.
see down right now?
You can see down there. There's a couple of crumpled bodies in the darkness.
What do
I
you
will-
guys think?
We move further down. There's stairs right behind you, Alva. We can just go down those stairs and figure out what's down there.
All right, let's go further into the cave. I think that Fang is right.
Why further? Is what Alva would hear. What's it looking for? Cragmaw Castle. What's so special about that?
Now, is only Alva's hearing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, they know that we're looking for Cragmaw Castle.
Then let's use that to our advantage.
Wait,
All right.
Yeah, wait, can you talk to the voices?
stop. Nobody. Why would something here know that we're looking for that?
How would they know that?
How would they know that?
Because it's reading our minds?
Something in our heads.
Exactly.
Look, we're going down the stairs, or we're staying there, or we're getting out of the cave. Because either way, the town's in danger if we don't do anything in this cave.
All right, I'm heading down the stairs.
I'll follow.
What stairs?
Or is
Right
that
here.
that's a bridge?
That's a
front of me.
bridge, right?
There's a bridge crossing the chasm. There are stairs down a hallway to your left. And
Oh.
the chamber continues northward.
Why don't we go to the chamber?
I agree. Let's go to the chamber
Yeah.
north.
I'm gonna
Chamber.
go
Okay.
All right.
You guys
Can I
follow-
s-
with Callan.
follow you guys.
Can I stay in stealth?
I would say it'd be really hard with everyone around.
Yeah.
Unless everyone's being sneaky.
Which is not gonna.
And kind of, as you start to make your way, Isabel jumps into the chasm and falls 20 feet.
Wait, what?
That's what
No!
you're token into the chasm.
No! No!
As you're making your way across this room, Mel, give me a deception check.
Crappy roll.
And in your head, Mel, you would hear, "So far away from home that you can never go back."
This
we
thing
getting-
thinks it's creepy, but I already know I can't go back. And home, they kicked me out.
And in your head, you would hear, "We know."
Who is who?
Sarnak sees all. And Zadkiel, as you walk across that bridge, any dexterity save.
Got it, boss.